Hi.
Hi.
So today we're going to be discussing thesis statements, and how many of you have learned about them already? Okay, so a few of you. By the end of the lesson, I want you guys to be able to tell me the good aspects of a thesis statement and the bad aspects, and be able to properly execute one. So a thesis statement is very important for your essay because it tells you the argument and the purpose of the essay. And a good thesis statement will state the subject of the writing prompt, state an opinion, state a reason for writing the essay, and contain only one main idea. And a bad thesis statement will be in the first person, so I believe or I think, have unclear language, so it would be confusing, be too general, so we want to be really specific when talking about thesis statements, and attempt two topics at once. And also, thesis statements should not be a fact. They should be arguing a topic. So I'm going to give you guys examples of bad thesis statements, and I want you to tell me why they're bad. So the first one, I think that The Fault in Our Stars is a very good novel. So can someone tell me why this is bad? Yes, Julia.
Because the sentence uses the words I think, and it's not supposed to be in the first person.
Correct. So instead, you would say, The Fault in Our Stars captures the struggles of dealing with a fatal illness, because it doesn't say I think at the beginning. It's instead an argument. So the next one. People need to stay healthy for many important reasons. Who can tell me why that's a bad thesis statement? Kat.
Because it's too general.
Yes, correct. So we want to be very specific when talking about thesis statements. Okay, so now I'm going to give you an example of a bad thesis statement. I want you to fix it and tell me a good sentence. So, eating fast food is bad and should be avoided. Yes, Dee.
It should say, eating fast food is bad because it can lead to heart disease and obesity.
Yes, very good. So that is saying an argument. All right, and one last thing before we end our lesson. So when you're writing a thesis statement, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Is this a complete sentence? And you don't want it to be a question, you want it to be a complete sentence. Does it have an opposing argument? Is every word clear and meaningful? And what evidence will you need to see before that you yourself can believe that the thesis is true? All right, so I hope by the end of this lesson you guys have learned how to properly convey your argument in a thesis statement. All right, so now we are going to do a chant to convey this thesis statement aspect that I've taught you today. All right, so you guys are going to repeat after me. You put an opinion in, you take the unclear language out.
You put an opinion in, you take the unclear language out.
You put a reason in and state the subject of your prompt.
You put a reason in and state the subject of your prompt.
Thesis statement state the purpose and argument of your essay.
Thesis statement state the purpose and argument of your essay.
That's what they're all about.
That's what they're all about.
You put one main idea in, you take the facts out.
You put one main idea in, you take the facts out.
You want to convince the reader and be as specific as possible.
You want to convince the reader and be as specific as possible.
It's two sentences at the end of your introduction.
It's two sentences at the end of your introduction.
That's what they're all about.
That's what they're all about.
Hey, great job!
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Juliana.